this is the game changer, okay? This is the holy grail. If you want to call it that, this is the product that makes the difference. And welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're not new here, you've been watching me for some time and you have not subscribed to my channel yet, ma'am, sir, I'm gonna need you to go to subscribe so you don't miss another video. Also, go ahead, leave a comment down below, give this video a nice big thumbs up, follow your girl on Instagram, you know, all that jazz. Yes, let's just get on to this video. So you guys can see from the title, today I'm gonna be talking about how I cleared my acne. And I have extremely sensitive, extremely oily, extremely acne prone skin. So I'm just gonna be giving you guys the basic little rundown. I am talking super fast, number one, because your girl had a cup of coffee about an hour ago and it's really kicking in. And number two, because my camera battery is gonna die soon. So we're gonna try to get this done before the camera battery dies. So let's just get on into it. To start, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory on what happened to my skin. Few years ago, maybe about 6 years ago or so, I started taking hormonal birth control, and it was for a number of different reasons. I'm not going to get into all of that, but I started taking the pill, and I didn't realize it, but while I was on the pill, my skin was flawless. Oh my gosh, my skin was beautiful. I will try to find some pictures and post some pictures of how my skin was. And to be honest, I never really struggled with acne that much when I was younger. When I was in middle school, I did kind of go through a short phase where I was like breaking out like on the center of my forehead. But other than that, I never really had super bad acne. I would kind of just get like a few pimples at a time. So when I got on the pill, my skin was like so perfect. And I was able to use whatever products. I didn't really put much thought into it. I used to use like Clearasil, and I used to use CeraVe, however you pronounce that. I would just use that as my wash, and then I would use like whatever moisturizer I found, and my skin was fine. But then, so I was on the pill, like I said, for a few years, and I would keep going to the doctor for different things, and they would always be like, you know, your blood pressure is really high. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like high blood pressure does kind of run in my family. So I thought, okay, maybe it's related to that. But they kept telling me like for months and months and months and months and months, they were like, your blood pressure is high. And I was just like, okay, like I feel fine though. I don't know what you mean, but I'm not stressed, I'm good. So eventually I went to the Cuckoo Doctor, and that is what I call my friend downstairs, my girlfriend down there. I call her my Cuckoo Cachu. So I went to the Cuckoo Doctor, and she was like, hey yo, I think it's your birth control. That's what's causing your blood pressure to be really high. And she's like, I'm gonna have to take you off of this. Like I cannot re-prescribe it to you, because that's why I went to the doctor. I was like, hey yo, I need some more birth control, you know, fill my prescription. She was like, nah, I can't do it for you, fam, I'm gonna have to switch. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went home that day, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, she's telling me she's gonna have to put me on something new. I kind of don't want to start a new pill because I don't know what side effects it's gonna do to my body. So I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm just gonna stop taking the pill altogether. And when I tell you, I did not go through any weaning process. I did not slowly come off the pill. I literally just stopped taking it. I just was like, whatever. I didn't think it was a big deal. I just stopped taking it. So that was at like the end of 2019. So my skin was fine for a while. January 2020 comes, and things start to kind of, you know, I'm starting to notice little specks here and there, but I was like, okay, whatever. It's just a little bit of acne. February comes, and next thing I know, I have patches here, I have patches here. I'm starting to break out everywhere, and I'm like, what the heck, why am I breaking out? Like I didn't change anything that I was doing. I haven't switched my cleanser, I haven't switched my routine. Why am I breaking out all of a sudden? It kept happening, like just more and more and more. I would go to sleep, I'd wake up the next morning, and I'd be like, what the heck, there's more acne. Finally it hit me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I know what it is. It's from me stopping the pill. I was like, it's probably, you know, my hormones are probably out of whack because I just like I said, I just stopped taking it. So it's probably causing some acne. So I did some research on it, and sure enough, when you get off the pill, that is one of the potential side effects, is hormonal acne. So that is what started my acne journey. And let me tell you guys, it has been a journey, Lord. It has been a journey. So I start using different products, trying different things, trying to figure out, you know, I'm doing research. I'm researching about sebum and androgen and all this stuff. And it was just a whole thing. I ended up going to the dermatologist. They had me on spironolactone or whatever that's called, which is supposed to kind of be like, so let me back up. The birth control, what I realized was it has estrogen in it, and that's what was causing my skin to be flawless. If you've ever noticed like how women say they have like that pregnancy glow, to me, I think that's because there's an increase of estrogen in the body, and that's what causes your skin to really look really good. So when I got off the pill, oh wow, not as much estrogen going on. My skin's like, hold up, wait a minute, girl. We don't like it. So when I got on the spironolactone, however you pronounce it, that was supposed to kind of mimic that in the body, but I didn't notice that it made any difference. So I stopped taking that. They put me on antibiotics. That didn't make a difference. They had me on tretinoin, whatever y'all know what it is. They had me on that. That wasn't really helping. So the dermatologist, that wasn't doing anything for me. I'm trying to figure out what is gonna work. So I'm trying everything, right? Fast forward a few months. I feel like I'm yelling at you guys right now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to tone it down. But yeah, fast forward a few months and I come across African black soap. I'd heard about it before, and you know, I was like, well, I'm a fine chocolate girl, okay? If my sisters in Africa can use it, so can I. If it works for their skin, it'll work for my skin. Now, mind you, this was the real African black soap, not that fake stuff, not the stuff that's like actually black. This was the stuff that's brown and it has little pebbles in it. That's the stuff I was using, right? So I get me some African black soap. Girl goes to town. I go to town on my face. I'm scrubbing, which that was the first part where I messed up. I didn't know I was supposed to lather it in my hands first and then do it on the face. I just put it straight on my face. First time I used it, okay, no problem. Second time I used it, I'm in the shower, I'm doing the thing. I get out the shower, next thing you know, oh my gosh, my skin is burning. Why is my skin burning? I rinse it thinking, okay, maybe I just like left some of the product on there. No, rinse my face again, still burning. The burning gets more and more and more intense. And before I know it, I've scrubbed my face for literally 20 minutes straight in warm water, and my face feels like it's on fire. So this was like kind of late at night when this happened. And so I try to go to sleep and I'm like, okay, if I could just sleep through the night, maybe tomorrow it'll be better. I could not sleep. That's how bad my face was burning. I ended up putting shea butter on my face. I put Vaseline on my face. This sounds crazy, but my whole face was literally like, I just covered it in whatever I could find. I was putting lotion. I was like, Lord, please, God, help me. I put ice on my face. Nothing was helping. It was burning so bad. I have never experienced that before. So I make it through the night, wake up the next morning. The burning isn't as bad, but I still feel it. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna let my skin heal, just let it go through the process. Well, fast forward a few days and I wake up and surprise, surprise, your girl is a monster. I look in the mirror and I see a monster. Now, I'm gonna warn you guys, if you don't like gory, like, if you don't like stuff that's like skin stuff, you might not want to look at this part because I am going to insert some pictures and it is a little graphic. So if you don't like it, fast forward about 10 seconds. But these are pictures of what my skin looked like after I used that product. Basically, as you guys can see, I started to break out like crazy. Why? Because I chemically burned my skin. Yes, I burned it. So that just made the problem 20 times worse, as you can imagine. And I have never in my life experienced acne that bad before. And it was terrible, you guys. Like, I have a soft spot in my heart for anybody who is dealing with acne because it's traumatizing, honestly. And people, the comments that people would make to me, they would literally tell me to my face like, oh my gosh, your skin looks so bad. Like, no duh, I know my skin looks bad. I look at it every day in the mirror. Anyways, I don't want to get into all that. But for those of you who are struggling with acne, I understand the struggle, but trust me, it gets better. Just keep trying, keep pushing, keep finding things that work for you. I promise, I promise, I promise it will get better. But all that to say, that is where my journey, that's how far I've come. Now, if you guys can see my skin now, I'm gonna move my hair back a little bit. I do have a lot of makeup on, and that's because I'm actually about to take some photos for a little, oh, you could totally see that. I do not have a strapless bra on right now. I just threw this on. But anyways, I'm about to take pictures, so that's why I have like a lot of makeup on right now. But you can see that I barely have, I have one little spot right there and maybe like one other tiny spot. But other than that, I have this one little, you know, little one right there. Other than that, your girl is virtually acne free. Okay, pause on the play. This is Editing Jasmine here, and I just want to come on here and tell you guys, it is a few days later and I'm editing this video and I see that I have spots on my face, and y'all are probably like, girl, what is you talking about? You still have acne. But as I mentioned later in the video, my skin was purging at the time, so I did have a few spots on my face, and I'm just like, why did I pick that day to film? I don't know, but I just wanted to show you guys that that acne did clear, or those spots did clear, and my skin is actually clear, because I was like, the skin isn't really looking that clear. Like, you need to show them. You can show them better than you could tell them. So yeah, I just want to show you guys the spots are not there anymore. Face is smooth, everything's good. But yeah, let's get back into the video. And I am just, I'm so happy that I finally made it to this place. So all that to say, I want to show you guys what I've been using and what I've been doing to get to this point. Now, number one, it's gonna take a lot of time. So you gotta be patient. You have to be patient with your skin, because it's gonna take time. And I'll be honest, underneath all this foundation, I still have a lot of hyperpigmentation and a lot of dark spots. That's the next part of my journey that I'm working on fixing. So if you guys have any recommendations for that, please let me know in the comments. But I'm just happy I at least don't have too bad of acne. So number one is give it time. Number two, and everybody says this, but it's very true, you got to drink your water. You have to drink your water. That just sounds so like cliche, but it's true. It helps flush out the toxins. It helps hydrate your skin. It's true. Drink as much water as you can. Very helpful. Number three, I recently started getting facials, and I know that that's pretty much what these little spots are from. This is actually like purging, because these aren't very big spots, and I can tell that it's just my skin purging. But I started getting facials because this girl that I used to work with, she told me one day, she's like, hey, I go to, there's a place called Aveeno Institute. This is not sponsored, but hey, if y'all want to sponsor me, go for it. It's actually kind of like a school for cosmetologists and estheticians and everything. So you go there and they will do a personalized facial for you. So my recommendation to you is find somebody who specializes in your type of skin. For me, I needed somebody who understood sensitive, acne-prone, oily skin. So what I like about Aveeno is they will look at your skin under like a bright light or whatever, and they'll like assess, and they'll be like, okay, you're a little bit dry here, you're oily here, you're this. Like they'll get it all right. And then you tell them as well, like, hey, this is the type of skin I have, this is what I deal with. And then they put together a personalized facial for you. Now, I'll be honest, when I first started doing these facials, I was scared, because I had never done facials before, and I was afraid that, you know, it would make me break out more. And there is a chance that that could happen. Just try to find somebody who does do facials and specializes in, you know, acne prone skin, because I feel like that definitely has helped. So yeah, look into that. That is a side note, but I feel like that really has helped my skin too. Okay, so number four, let's talk about the products that I am currently using. So I do use this oat cleansing balm. This is by the Inky list, and this was actually recommended to me by the girl who does my facials. I find that it's really good for sensitive skin. It's not too strongly scented, it's not too overpowering, and it is really good at removing makeup. So I'll usually go in with this first, and then I will follow that up with my Aveeno. This is the Aveeno Clear Complexion foaming wash, and I really like this because it does have salicylic acid in it, which, as you guys know, salicylic acid is good for acne. But what I will say is that, you should always pay attention to the percent of the active ingredient in whatever products you're using. So for this one, this actually has 0.5% salicylic acid. Most products I believe have like 2%. So it kind of just depends. Some things, if you're finding that it might be too harsh or too strong, see if you can find a product that has a lower percent of, you know, the salicylic acid, or if benzoyl peroxide works better for you, try something with a lower percentage. But I love everything in this like line, in this Aveeno line, the clear complexion. I cannot talk, you guys. The clear complexion line I feel like is really good for me. I've tried the brightening one. It's in like a light green. I'll put a picture of that here. I've tried that before, but I feel like it broke me out. So the clear complexion line, I really like it because it's not too strong, but it does help fight acne. Now, another thing that I used to use, but I don't use it at the moment because I cannot find it anywhere. It is the Aveeno, what do you call it? It is the Aveeno cleansing / exfoliating pads. I put a picture of that here. I cannot find this anywhere, you guys. I don't know why, but sometimes it's like I'll see it everywhere. Like it'll be on the shelves at like Walmart, it'll be at Walgreens, it'll be everywhere. And then just randomly it'll disappear for like months at a time. So at the moment I don't have them, but I love these pads. I feel like they're really good at exfoliating. You, like when you use it, you'll feel that it kind of has like a little bit of a rough texture to it, but to me it's not too strong. Like I'm telling you, if it's not too strong for me, it's not too strong for you. But I like them because they have 0.6% salicylic acid, I believe. So together, you know, this cleanser with those pads, I feel like was just the right combination of, you know, salicylic acid for me. So if you can get your hands on those cleansing pads, definitely give those a try. But I also I just started using this Palmer's dark spot correcting, and this is not so much for acne, obviously. This is for my dark spots. I haven't noticed a huge difference yet in the dark spots, but I know that takes time to fade. But I at least like it because it hasn't, from what I've noticed, it hasn't broken me out. So I do use that as well. So I also use this Clean and Clear dual action moisturizer. And what I like to do is I mix it with other moisturizers. So in the morning I will use this Clinique. This is the Clinique oil-free gel hydrating moisturizer. I don't so much like the gel one. I kind of want to try, they have this other oil-free moisturizer that I think I'm going to switch to. That's why I just have a little bit, like a little small one of these, because I just wanted to see what the gel one was like. It's not bad, but I might switch that soon. But I use these together in the morning, and then at night I use this again because I just feel like it helps, you know, control my acne. And it does have 2%. Actually, I'm lying, this only has 0.5% salicylic acid. So I don't think anything I use has the full amount of salicylic acid in it. It's not too strong. But I use these two at night. So again, this is Aveeno. This is in that clear complexion line, and this is the Positively, what is this? Or maybe this is a Positively Radiant line. I don't know. This is the Intensive Night Cream, and I feel like this is good at nighttime because I was told that since I have oily skin, I need to use something that's a little bit more hydrating at night. So I will mix these two, and I do that every night, and that's been helping. And then finally, I use the sunscreen. This is the Black Girl Sunscreen 30 SPF 30. And if you haven't heard about this before, if you are a woman of color, get you some Black Girl Sunscreen, because this does not leave that purplish, you know how it is. It's good because it's clear, it's sheer, like you can't tell that you put that on. So definitely make sure you're using your SPF. Now, I kind of gonna take back what I said before about the 2%, because I think this is the only thing that I use that has the full, yeah, this does have 2% salicylic acid, but this is what I use for spot treatment. Now, I do also have, I think I showed this already, but I think I showed this already, but this is the benzoyl peroxide. Sometimes if I have a really stubborn pimple, I will mix the two of these together. I'll mix it like in my hand and then I'll just apply it to that one spot. But benzoyl peroxide on its own, I don't feel like does anything for me. But when I mix these two, they're really good for spot treatments. I am kind of using this Polish Choice. This was also recommended to me. I think it's too strong for me to use every day, so I try to just use it like every few days. But this is a liquid exfoliant. And then I've also been trying this Derma E. This is a serum that is good for it's a vitamin C serum, so it's good for correcting the dark spots. This as well, I don't think it's breaking me out. I don't think. I've only tried it a few times, but I think this one's okay too. So these two are kind of pending. We'll see what the final outcome of these is. Now, let me show you guys the last thing. This is the game changer, okay? This is the holy grail. If you want to call it that, this is the product that makes the difference. Look at this, you guys. Probiotics. Who would have thought? Probiotics, when I tell you my skin has been so good since I've been taking these, it's crazy. So for those of you who do not know, probiotics are basically, so your body, or your gut rather, contains a mixture of good bacteria and bad bacteria. So the good bacteria is what helps fight off the bad bacteria. And most people don't know, actually I didn't even know this till I did research on it, but 70% of your immune system is actually in your gut, like in your intestines. So if your immune system, or I'm sorry, if your digestive system is healthy, typically, you know, your immune system will be good, and just your body as a whole will be really good. A lot of things are controlled by your gut. You guys can do research on that. I am not a doctor by any means, but just based on what I've read, your immune system, I keep saying immune system, your digestive system, it controls a lot of how your body functions. So I started taking these probiotics because they were actually recommended to me by my Cuckoo Doctor. My Cuckoo was acting up. So this is just totally TMI. But ladies, if you are struggling with BV, yeast infections, anything like that where, you know, you're just off, get you a probiotic. So that's why this one in particular says that it is good for vaginal health, but it's good for vaginal, digestive, and immune system. And this is the Dr. Formulated Garden of Life. So like I said, this one was recommended to me by my gynecologist. And my skin happened to clear up with these. So I also am trying these out. These are, so you'll notice this one is 100 billion CFU. This one is 50 billion, but that's because you take two of these. So each pill is 50, and then you just take one of these. And I've just been taking one of these because I just feel like 100 billion is just like a lot. My body's just like, oh, it's a lot. But when I tell you guys, my skin has not been the same since I have used these. These are a lifesaver. Now I'm not gonna lie, they're a little bit pricey because it's only a 30-day supply. I did get these off of Amazon. I got both of these off of Amazon. I'll put the price above both of these. Lifesaver. And make sure it's at least 50 billion CFU, because I was on a probiotic that was only like 1 billion, and I thought, oh, 1 billion, like that sounds like so much, but I don't feel like the 1 billion was really making a difference. Make sure it's at least 50 billion. And I just feel like, to me, probiotics, nobody really, I don't know, to me, people don't really talk about probiotics that much. They talk more about like vitamins and stuff, but I take these. I don't really take vitamins. I take these and everything's good. All that to say, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. If you're on your skincare journey, do not give up. Just keep trying. You will find something that works for you. I know it probably seems like you're trying everything and nothing's working, but just do your research. That's what really helps me. Do your research, figure out what's causing your acne, figure out if it's hormonal, figure out if it's environmental, figure out, you know, what is causing that. Because honestly, this is just a total side note, I just feel like doctors nowadays, they don't really care very much about the patient. They just care about the shmoney, okay? When I went to the dermatologist, like, they just prescribe me just whatever. They're just like general, like, oh, whatever, put her on that, try her with this. Like, they didn't really care. So do your research, you know, figure out what works for you. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay awesome, stay great, stay beautiful. Why am I doing a thumbs up? I'm trying to do a peace sign. Y'all, I need to go. I need to go. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.